This is The Oil with Manning and Jacko, and it starts now. This is The Oil with Manning and Jacko, and it starts now.
The Edmonton Junior Oilers White lose.
Wow, who would have thought? What a game. It was an overtime.
Yeah. A
Insane.
2-1 victory. Welcome to the Junior Oil post-game with Manning and Jacko. A 2-1 victory for the Lloyd Minister Steelers, ending the Junior Oilers win streak of 22.
It was 21-0 when the Oilers came into this game, and they get their first loss in stunning fashion.
Yeah.
It was a back-and-forth overtime period. It was a back-and-forth game pretty much for the most part. I mean, the second period controlled by the Oilers, but that's when the Steelers scored late in the second period on the power play to tie the game.
Yeah.
To tie the game 1-1. It remained tied all the way through that third period, and for the most part in regulation, the Junior Oilers controlled the majority of the play, right?
Yeah.
In overtime, though, it was back and forth, back and forth. Chance on one end, chance on the other end, chance on one end, chance on the other end.
The overtime
My
was
goodness,
so fun.
That was one of the most entertaining overtime periods. And also, oh man, there's so much to delve into. We've seen one of the best saves we'll ever see in hockey.
We saw a few saves from Houle that were
Harley
just like,
Houle, my goodness.
What in the world? Like, how did you save that puck? Diving on it. And it was an unbelievable game from Houle. I mean, crazy stuff.
Yes.
We are in a loss of words because of how crazy that overtime just was.
Yes.
I really hope the Junior Oilers do release the footage of the game because that was one of the most entertaining games I have called, and we were at Rogers Place today.
Yeah, who would have thought that the most entertaining overtime that you'll see happens here?
Yeah. And their first loss.
Yeah, and their first loss happens here at the cathedral that is Rogers Place. What a finish, and the hero of it all, Skylar Heinrichs, with the overtime goal.
With an absolute snipe.
Yeah, with a snipe.
Top shelf.
Exactly. She came down the other way after Harley Houle came out on a poke check because it would have been a breakaway.
Yeah, for
who was
Smith.
it? Smith was about to have a breakaway on the one end. Harley Houle skates out about like 40 feet out of her net, dives for the puck, poke checks it, and then it goes back the other way. Skylar Heinrichs has the puck on her stick. She makes no mistake. Top cheese. Game over. First loss for the Oil this season.
Yeah, and you could just tell right after they were stunned.
Oh,
we were
stunned. We were stunned in the booth.
It was such an entertaining game, and you normally expect them to just come out of this one. But when we got down the last 10 minutes, we both kind of had a general feeling, Josh, that it could go to overtime. And the way that the Lloyd was just locking down in their zone, and Houle made those few big saves, I'm like, how are the Junior Oilers going to score a goal?
Yeah, and I mean, if it wasn't for Houle,
it's probably over. We're talking about Junior Oilers win 22-0.
It's not going to overtime if it wasn't for Houle.
Yeah.
So should we do our 3 stars then?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it's your turn to take 3 and 1.
Oh, this is a tough one. I think I have to go Parker Small for my 3 today, Josh. She was really good all over the ice, scoring the only goal for the Junior Oilers. I thought she was the best player for the Junior Oilers today, so I'm going with her for my number 3.
That's not a bad choice. I will go for star number 2, the game winner, the hero.
Yeah.
Skylar Heinrichs makes no mistake.
Yeah.
And ends the streak for the Junior Oilers White. So she gets star number 2 for the Steelers. And who's star number 1?
Well, I think this is an obvious one.
Yeah.
Houle had an unbelievable game.
Houle.
She made 3 saves and they're doing more checks now because there's an Oil Kings game. But Houle, number 1 star of tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, so obvious. She was all over the ice.
And she had one of the best saves you'll ever see in that third period.
It was ridiculous.
Oh,
I
my
don't
goodness.
know how that puck did not end up in the net. I'm still at a loss of words for it.
Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
Still jittery.
I want to go back and watch that. I can't wait to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
That specific save.
Yeah, it was nuts.
That was insane.
It was crazy.
She also made one in the second period as well, similar to that, where she was flopping around and she like stuck her arms out and somehow stopped it.
Yeah. I would
Unbelievable.
say, I mean, overall, that was not the best played game by the Junior Oilers. I didn't think they did enough to win the hockey game. They sure had some chances, and Houle made some good saves. But, Josh, in my opinion, I think they could have done a little better tonight. I felt that they felt kind of the pressure on the moments a little bit in some ways.
Actually. But you got to give the Steelers credit. It doesn't,
Yeah, for sure.
Can't take anything away from the
No,
Steelers
no.
winning this. And the goaltending for the Steelers, absolutely
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I guess the goaltending, too, for the Oilers, not that bad either, only giving up 2 goals, right?
Which both were EDF. EDF ended up with a
true.
.666 save percentage
It's
tonight.
true. Okay,
so,
yeah. So
which not great.
It's
I mean,
uncharacteristic of Dunham Fox.
no.
But, I mean, still, you're only giving up 2 goals.
No.
Normally, you know, you're going to
Yeah,
win
yeah.
that game. But it was so tight. And this is what
Yeah.
we talked about in the pregame. If Lloyd was going to win this game,
It was going to be a tight
it
game.
was going to be a tight game and it had to be low scoring.
Yeah,
and that's
which
exactly
we were
what it
totally
was.
right. We were dead on with
That's
that
exactly what it was. It was
That's
a low scoring,
all the
tight
games
game.
that we talked about went to overtime and shootout, where the Junior Oilers found a way to win. It went to overtime tonight, and what ended up happening, Heinrichs ended up putting it home to end the streak.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Still kind of in shock.
yeah,
What a game. What a way to end our Rogers Place games here
yeah.
this season. And, I mean, you couldn't even script it better.
No,
I was really hoping it was going to go to overtime because I wanted
Yeah.
just more hockey.
yeah.
And I wasn't expecting that kind of an overtime.
No, I
that was
didn't
a crazy
expect,
overtime.
Yeah, it was very, very exciting in all facets. I mean, I did not expect that to end up happening, and they had so many chances to put the puck in the net, so many wide open nets. You had the wide open net where I think it was Loberg as well hit the post.
Yep.
In the wide open net, and
Yeah, there
then
was
she
a
had
couple
another
posts,
chance
yeah.
in front of the net, and a crazy save by Houle. It was. I mean, they had their chances. Again, if you don't bury your chances, you're not going to win the hockey game.
And so the Oilers White get their first taste of defeat.
Yeah, which is, in my opinion,
21 games in a row with
in
a
my
win.
opinion, it's. We talked to Joel. He's like, it's good. The loss will come.
It
didn't
builds
expect
character,
them-
I guess,
yes.
right?
I didn't expect them to go the whole season, Josh. To be totally fair, for them to win out is crazy. I mean, they had to play so many good teams down this stretch now. The loss was going to come, and I think it's good that this team, because once they go to the SO Cup, if they win the entire thing in Alberta, they're going to face some tough competition. If they
true.
take a loss, what if they haven't lost the game yet? They haven't went through that, and then they can't rebound.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
The best
Yeah.
teams, they know how to win, and they also know how to lose. So,
Yeah.
in my opinion, it's probably good for a team like this to go through some defeat in a big light like this.
Yeah, and it was under the biggest spotlight, and the Lloydminster Steelers able to find the W.
With 45 seconds in overtime as well. That's an important thing.
Oh yeah, dude, it was back and forth the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah.
It could have went either way in OT.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we got not much more to say other than thank you to everyone who's
Yes,
made this
thank
happen.
you. Thank you, Hockey Edmonton.
Yeah.
Thank you, OEG.
Yeah.
Thank you, the Junior Oilers,
Yep.
for putting on a heck of a show in that first game. A heck of a show here. Thank you to the Lloydminster Steelers, everyone involved there, and everyone here at Rogers Place for having us here. And
It was
I mean,
fun.
it's absolutely incredible.
We
man.
learned a lot this year, I
Yeah.
think, in these last few games about how everything works.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think next year will be even better for
Yeah.
the broadcast operation, and
Yeah.
it's just going to keep improving, in my opinion.
Yeah, biggest thanks to everyone involved. Big shout out to Cody. Big shout out to Tyson.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it. What a way to end it.
Yeah, what a crazy way to end the game. The
Yeah.
Junior Oilers White ending with a loss question mark. That
Yeah.
that will do it for us today on
Yep.
the post game, the Junior Oil with Manny and Jacko. Thank you for listening, watching, subscribing. That was the Junior Oil with Manny and Jacko.